I've watched 6 decades of comedy. 6.
Come on, girl.
Every 10 years, something dramatic happens in the comedy world.
I was one of those comedians who fought this whole internet phenomenon of getting followers and all this stuff right here. And the reality is the game has changed.
Stay on your pole and quit trying to solicit men from this thing. There's some holes in this.
That's what a 1-year-old breakup depression looks like. Yeah.
Not bad.
But thank you so much. Not bad. so
You arrive, but you're just not great first.
Okay.
And you can get a better perspective from people that are seasoned, just like how we're doing right now.
You have to get that working. That's the only way that you become confident in your jokes is by doing them on stage.
This is a great platform. I really appreciate it. I'm learning a lot and I'm getting to meet different comics. Usually I'm on the road a lot. I'll be from PA to Maryland to Boston, and it's great seeing other comics and learning from veterans.
One lady, I never forget her. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. I can't remember.
You
her.
just said you'll never forget her.
No, I said I forget it, but I can't remember her name. That's
Okay.
it.
You forgot her.
I feel like I'm on a show, y'all. I feel like I'm doing this show right now.
That's good. That's good.
It's nothing more pleasing.
All over the world.
Barbara, I've seen you for years, like on Def Comedy about stuff. So I like the dress. All right.
If you don't get in with the game in 2024, you're gonna be left out the game.
Kudos to Joker and Barbara, what she got going on. I've been with it from the start. This is what, third one?
You got something that the rap crew and community don't have, where you can get together and put your minds together and work together and build an industry. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's all kind of flavors. It's not just, this and that. It's all kind of flavors. So, Miss Barbara, congratulations to you.
You have to be a close knit, whether we agree to disagree. I'm just trying to bring comics together and let them know that somebody still needs comedy.
Smell that? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at right now. Like, Mike Mitch, what are you doing right now? What do you got? I'm just smelling this money blessings. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just smelling this money blessings. What you say about that, V-Dub? What you say about that, fam?
Hey, money blessing.
Money, blessings, man. And that's what we're gonna do. That's the starting right. That's how we starting the show off, man. On I'm from the Zoo. Welcome back to the show. If you're here for the first time, if you're checking us from the last show, we just had Mr. Al Scratch. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Mike Michigan, and also we have my co B-Dub in the building. How you doing today, fam?
Hey, one day at a time, bro.
Hey, one day at a time.
Shouts out, rest in peace to my boy Nate Dogg. Brother-in-law passed away.
I'm sorry to hear my condolences.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to my people, man. I love you, man.
Yes, sir, man. And when there's life, there's life. And then also at the same time, on today, we got to give a happy birthday shout to Jack the Mac.
Yeah, May 1st.
May Day.
The dog getting older.
You got another announcement, man. You know what? Today we got that hometown flavor. You know, today's one of those special shows like we had when we had Al Carter and Ron Wilson and Puda. And today we get to chop it up with one of Kalamazoo's finest. And when I say Kalamazoo's finest, ladies and gentlemen, I mean one of Kalamazoo's finest from then and now. B-Dub, how about you give the adieu today and introduce our special, wonderful guest?
Oh, man. Let's welcome the infamous E.G. Eric Gardner, -10 specialist to the show, man. Congratulations, man. Glad you got a chance to get on to the show.
Let's zap him on in, Kiki. Welcome to the show, E.G.
Glad to be a part of this, man. How y'all doing today?
What's going on, fam? We giving you the salute right now. What it do?
What it do? What it do?
Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being a guest on I'm from the Zoo on the Come Through Network.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me, man. Glad to be a part of this, man.
Hey, we know you're a busy person right now. Your time is exquisite. So let everybody know, man. Fam, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Zoo, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Straight off the north side. Grew up on 616 Lizzie. You know, the Stable Street, the Princeton. You know, made my way to the south side. I've been all over, man. Shout out to the Zoo, man. Hometown, most definitely.
Well, now, right on, man. And now we all know that you went to, like, we're gonna give it to you now. What schools did you go to? Come on, break it down. The elementary. This is the old school. Let's go ahead and break it on through.
Oh, yeah, I went to Woodward. I went to Woodward Elementary. Also went to Oakwood. See, a lot of people don't know about Oakwood. It was first through third, kindergarten through third grade before they switched it over. So I went to Oakwood, went to Woodward, went to Millwood Middle School, and then finished off at KC, at Kalamazoo Central.
Okay. Now when you were at Millwood, you know what? We were at Millwood. Let me tell you something. We had our first show. We had Mr. TJ Duckett on our first show. All right. And we also had a fella named Mr. Littlejohn Powers on another show down the line, right? But let me tell you something on this very first show. And one thing that both of these gentlemen said when they was at Millwood, they might not be the running backs that they was today because of somebody on the screen right now.
That's right.
Oh, man. Oh, we were competitive, man. So it was, you know, we always had to show up and show out. So
talk about being in junior high. Let the people know what it felt like to be in junior high school and be the lead back. Now, look, this is what your claim to fame at this point in high school could be. You know, you were the lead back of two former future NFL running backs. And you're the lead back. And they were getting ready. TJ said he was fullback. He was blocking for you. Both of them said they blocked for you.
Yeah. It was,
talk about it, man.
It was a humbling experience, man, but it was just one of those things, you know, we was out there and, you know, I could do what I could do and, you know, they let me do it. But yeah, middle school though, I moved to quarterback. All right. So middle school, I ended up moving to quarterback. Chris Thompson, Puka. All right. Shout out to Puka. He moved me to quarterback, you know.
Cat Daddy.
Hell yeah. So he moved me to quarterback. That's when TJ moved to tailback. And then Little John was at Hillside at the time. So he was always 1 year ahead of us. So but yeah, that once I moved to quarterback, man, it was something special. You know, it was something special. I get the ball in my hands every time. I got my boy back here, Duck, to hand the ball off to. So it was something special, man. That was in the making, and I carried that quarterback thing on all the way through high school. So that's pretty much how it started, man.
Yeah. Now, shouts out to you, fam, because now we when we first started the show, Dub and I, one of the things that we wanted to talk about was who was your top five in each position and each thing and things like that. So before we let you go real quick, before we can get going, we want to ask you, what is your top five all-time running backs from Kalamazoo?
No, just say football players.
Whatever
you cool.
Whatever you want to do. That man be what he want to be. I got you though.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, you want to spot here to think about it.
So y'all want the football, or y'all just want the overall athletes? Just
you know what? How about we do? You parallel answer. You can do
whatever whatever you want to answer,
and you can do your running backs. How about that?
Okay, we'll do football. We'll get that one out the way.
Okay.
Now, as far as running backs, man. All right, let's start. Man, there's so many, man. There's so many. I got to put my boy Kelly Barack up there. There's no order. You know, I'll just give you five, and y'all can put it however you want to. I got to get Kelly. I got to get my boy JC. You know, I witnessed that game, and you know, it was nothing but a trap meet. For me, I'll go with Juwan Henfield, man. He was a special, man. He was a special type of kid. I coached him, and I seen what he can do. And then, you know, I got to throw my two boys in there. I won't even put Buck and Little John in the top five right here because we know where they stand. So I'm gonna bring some new names in here for y'all. Okay. All right, I would take Alan Murphy. All right, he was tough. You know, he was tough. Let me see, who else will I throw in there? Bring a new name in there. Without putting Duck and Little in there. Yeah, that last one is tough.
Right.
Without putting them, you know, that five would be done.
But now let's not go down and say that you weren't an excellent football player because you are on I'm from the zoo for a reason. So now if you want to go ahead and throw yourself up in there, by all means, go right ahead. Me and Dub have made a couple of lists.
Give some other people some recognition, man. You know, some people that, you know, I enjoy watching and that came up through the zoo, man, doing some things, man. So them four, and there gotta be somebody else that I'm missing, man.
Yeah.
It gotta be, without putting them two in there. Henfield. Who else did I coach coming through there? I like little Isaiah Harris. He was tough too. But like I said, I know I'm missing a whole bunch of people, man. Because my era, I had.
Darnell Fields.
Darnell Fields. You know, like I said, you know, I was just trying to think of some names that, you know, we haven't heard. You know, that's in everybody.
One of the reasons why we bring up, like, you know, your history with, you know, in junior high, and then you went to Central and you became a quarterback, is because you also became a professional football player and a very excellent football player within yourself. And we're going to talk about, you mentioned your sons. We're going to talk about their wonderful achievements. And also, but first, like, let's also let everybody know, what are you currently doing right now?
Right now, I'm living in San Antonio, man. Been down here for about 11 years. Teaching over here at Southwest Legacy and Southwest Independent School District, BMC specialist. So that's about it, man. Just enjoying it. I've always been around, you know, enjoy working with kids and just giving back in that aspect. So yeah, man, I'm here.
Well, congratulations, brother, man. Thank you, man. We both on that same thing. And you know what? One of the great things, I haven't seen you in years, but you remember the OG? I think I used to coach you YBL or something.
It's possible, man. Like I said, you know, my sister went to Newark, you know, so we was all, you know, we was always around.
But I remember you as a child. You was a really good athlete. I mean, from an early. You remember YBL?
Of course,
yeah.
He from the Douglas, boy.
I'm doing an interview. Come on, y'all, give me a break, man. You know I don't know. But hey, but look, what I'm saying is, that's that Kalamazoo stuff right there, fam. Hey, but what team was you on when you was in the YBL league? You remember?
YBL was on light blue. Light blue.
Okay, light blue. Okay, so light blue.
Yeah,
And
light blue. I was on light blue team.
Now, the reason why I'm saying a lot of this is because, like, you know, you went through and you're teaching right now. We want to thank you so much for what you're doing with the children, you know, and always being around. Bro, you don't look like your age at all. You look you know what I'm saying? You look great, like you're staying in great shape, man. Congratulations on doing that. Now, let's talk about after you left Kalamazoo Central. You're welcome, fam. You know what I'm saying? Game recognized game all day. Hey, so check this out. So after you left Central, let everybody know, like, you know, some of us when we leave and we have these great high school careers, they don't really know the process that happens to us afterwards. So let's talk about like what happened after you did it. You had a fabulous career in junior high and high school, and now here comes the college letters. How did that process happen, and what did you decide to do and go?
For me, that process was it was challenging. Without the guidance and you know not knowing certain things to do as far as reaching back out and staying up within that communication with coaches. So I ended up going JUCO out to Joliet. So it was the same situation with the Joliet. Not communicating with the coaches, you know. So it's just a lot of things. It was a growing process for me, a lot of learning how to get over that hump. You know, I wasn't the best student coming out of high school. So that's why I had to go the JUCO route. That's when Prop 48 came along. So a lot of things was changing just like it is today in the college game. But I never got a chance to actually blossom the way I needed to within that field. So, but I bounced around from school, Joliet, ended up going to Olivet. I went to GRCC, and then actually B-Dub had a connection out in Cali. Hey, let's got on that. And then after that time, 05, that's when I started playing arena.
Let's talk about that, Dub. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce how your relationship with EG and football with you, of course, with you know your agency, because you know Dub, everybody knows that you know B-Dub, you know it was involved deeply with football to this day right now. Talk about that process that you have with Eric for everyone.
Eric was it was a great process. Young cat, always a good listener. Worked at the Douglas. You know, we worked at the Douglas, used to work the clock. So I was the first one to work the clock first. Then he came through and mastered the clock game. So this boy is an all around, you know, everything. He worked the clock, make beats, you know, that boy do everything. But you know, I just wanted to give him another chance. I wish I would have got a chance to get at him a little bit earlier because I mean, EG is a straight pro, you know what I'm saying? And he just had to get in the right situation. So I sent him to California. Same place I sent JC to, but he ended up going to El Camino Junior College instead of Pasadena, where I sent JC. And he played good there at El Camino, and they loved him over there. He was like a man playing with boys, like USC, all the schools wanted him and everything. Well, I guess something happened to where his transcripts and some credits didn't transfer, so he had to sit out. And I think he got discouraged with it and turned around and went back home. But he was out there in California for like almost a year and a half, 2 years, man. And he was doing this thing.
Talk about that, E, when you was out here in California. You had mentioned, yeah, I'm out in Cali. So you had already been out here before me, and you was a star running back. Talk about living that life, man.
Oh man, it was cool, man. Like I said, it was pretty much one of those things. Okay, I got to get this thing going, and it was one of those another opportunity for me to get my shine on. So when I went out there, I actually was living in Mississippi before B-Dub had got a hold of me, and I'm like, hey, you know, let's make this move to Cali, man. You know, so Left Mississippi, went out there, man, and they actually had me at linebacker. Had me at linebacker. So it was cool, because it was situations, Coach Coach D, Coach Featherstone was out there. Where you want to play or where you play? I said, man, wherever you need help at, just put me there. We gonna make some noise. Don't worry about me. Just put me where you need to put me, coach me up, and see what you get. So it was a good experience, though, man. I played worked out with a few cats. Marcel Reese, I think he ended up playing fullback for the Raiders. He was a cool cat. Me and him got along well. Competed daily. So it was just one of those another good experience, man. Just hated it just didn't fall all the way through.
Right.
Credits and things like that. But overall, I wouldn't change too much. Wouldn't change nothing, man.
Exactly. Now, that's fabulous, man. I mean, you said something really, really key because football, as we know, is a rough sport. It's a rough sport to get to that top. But also at the same time, they've changed the rules to make it more playable. We went through that time period when it was really gritty, and then even the decades before us and generations before us, it was even grittier. So one thing about that is, like you said, you're here, you're feeling great, you're still definitely impacting the children right now. Now let's talk about that though, because you did go on to have an arena football career, which is amazing. Because those was when the arena football was just kind of getting it going and those type of things, but it was real football in the arenas. Talk about your experience in your career and where you were.
It was fun, man. Fast pace, change of place. Once I left California, I came back to Michigan to play arena football. Like you said, it started blowing up big around the state. So Battle Creek had one. Kalamazoo ended up having one for a couple of years. I went up to Muskegon and played. Also, I played in Fort Wayne.
So what was the first team?
Back,
what was the name of the first team that you played for? I'm sorry. What was the name of the first team?
Battle Creek Crunch when I came back to Michigan, man. Battle Creek Crunch.
That was 2000. Was that 2006?
2006. Yes, sir.
Because you played from 2006 to 2012, right?
So 06, I played for the Crunch. From 07 to 09 was Kalamazoo Explosion. 10 was Fort Wayne Freedom, and 11 and 12 was up in Muskegon.
Okay, man, you was all over the state. Now, were you living in these areas when you was playing?
No, I was living in Kalamazoo. That's when I had my first child in 2004. And they started coming every year after that. 04, 05.
Now, what positions was you playing, fam? Tell everybody of the positions that you was playing and what you was doing out there on the field.
Oh, I was doing good, man. I can say I held my own. I was playing wide receiver, a quarterback, and safety. So actually, my second or third year, I was up for MVP. I got defensive back of the year, but I was up for MVP as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be shy. Tell those accolades and those awards that you
I know. I like it.
Come on now, that's what you want. I'm from the zoo to let them know you one of the greatest.
So, but yeah, I know, right? I know, right? So for the most part, I can honestly say, wherever I go, I do make noise, know. But it was fun, man. I got a chance to play with Little John. I got a chance to play with Herb Hager from State, a couple cats from Western, TJ Tyus, that went to Central Michigan. So it was we had a good, humble, and hungry squad, man. We stayed in the playoffs and the championships. As far as us staying together, that's just all with the with the management and things like that. So, but from the time we had together, it was good. Man. I wouldn't change that for nothing.
I bet it was. I bet it was exciting. Just to be a professional athlete and that consistency after putting in all that work. From Kalamazoo
and getting out of Kalamazoo and then exploding and being in all these different places. And then you went on to California and, you had a great opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the ball just shakes the way it shakes, you know what I'm saying? But you got the ability to be out there and hang with Marcel Reese and come back home and meet some of the people and play with different people at Olivet and in Western and know some of those people and get a chance to see some of these people blossom and things. But then again, now you've had a successful career. Now, what led you to San Antonio and teaching?
My brother, man. My brother was down here working. Shout out to JG. He was down here working. And it's just one of those things. You just had to make a move, man. I think that move was more so, tired of the snow. I was tired of the snow. Let's get that out the way already.
Yep.
And then, like I said, the kids came in, and that was a fact. Just to get them around more stuff, a little bigger city.
Yeah.
My brother was loving it.
How did it make
my
you
mom had
feel when
passed away that
you
same year.
I'm sorry, my condolences. I'm sorry. What I was going to ask you is like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
2000.
we all are from Kalamazoo, and we get an opportunity, some of us to get out of the city and just see a whole nother world. What was that feeling like to you when you were first settling into San Antonio?
Say that again.
Like, what was that? What was that feeling that was like when you were first settling into San Antonio? And my condolences with your mom, family as well. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely appreciate it. I don't know, man. I always been able to move around. You know what I'm saying? I'm always able to adapt. Even when I was
What was
in
it
high
about
school.
that? What was it about San Antonio that struck that that love? What that you found that love for? What was it about San Antonio?
Real diverse. It's not, Dallas and Houston is more, that's more upbeat. You know what I'm saying? That's more hip hop and alternative. San Antonio is R&B. You can lay back and
right.
You can shuffle through this thing, man. And it's real smooth. Real
Nice.
diverse. It's friendly. I like the city, the people.
Yeah.
The weather helps. Closer to my brother.
Yeah.
So like I said, me and him haven't been around each other. Coming up, he was in school, I was moving around. We were both doing our thing. So that was another factor. So, but San Antonio at all, man. I love the people, man. Love the city. And it's still growing. That's the crazy thing about it. So
Yeah, you got a superstar there named Victor. Have you seen Victor Wembanyama yet? I know you have to seen him at least in town at once. The new center, the new player for the Spurs. Have you seen him yet?
I've been to a few games. Yeah.
He's the truth, man. He is the truth,
I've
bro.
seen him. I went to he's gonna be tough, man. He's gonna be tough. They get him some help, and I mean, he's gonna be tough.
He's definitely exciting he's definitely exciting to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like a generational talent, but plus, he's a Popovich type of player.
He better than that, though.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he's a little bit better.
You can't teach height. You can't teach height.
Boy taller than the rim.
I mean, but no. Pop ain't got nothing to do with his talent and his skill set, right? But I'm just saying, like, okay, think about Timmy Duncan. Timmy Duncan was a machine, right? And what did Pop do with that machine?
Yeah, he let him go to work.
He let that machine go to work. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean with Victor. He is gonna be the Kawhi Leonard, the Tony Parker, the Tim Duncan, the Stacy, all of them put together.
He nice.
He is nice. So congratulations to the Spurs. But now you know what? I think we're getting to halftime pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, we do a little couple shouts out. And I know Dub, we got some shouts out to some sponsors, fam.
Yeah, we'd just like to give shouts out to sponsors, Napalm Flowering out of Seattle.
Yeah.
Special kind of brand. Very good quality there. We got the #1 draft pick, Shouts out to Supreme out there in New York City. He got a brand called Number One Draft Pick. It's major apparel that he had going on. And then we also have Blockchain Management, which is my management company that we have. We will manage athletes and we do stuff like that. So shouts out to Blockchain.
Right on. Definitely indeed. And check this out. I'm going to do something special. I'm going to give a special shouts out to the Come Through Network. My producer, Kiki, she's always working so hard. And with her television shows, Like Minds 420 Network, I'm from the Zoo. She's got Joke, Barbara Carlisle. So I want to give a big shout out to her. I also want to give a shout out to our executive assistant, Mr. Chad White. Chad is always behind the scenes, putting things down, organizing, and we appreciate you.
Shouts out to Chad, baby.
Shouts out to Chad. Now, back to the show. Hey, E, thank you so much for that, fam. You know what, man? Without going through things, you were talking about, sometimes I think about my track career or I think about I should have played baseball. We all have these thoughts that we had, but then again, it's good to be walking, it's good to be talking, it's good to be moving around. And a lot of people have gone through the same sports and have been injured. And we care still much about you and everything that you did and brought for the sport and everything that you did, male and female. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, what I was going to say is the beautiful thing about us is that we have children that represent us. You feel what I'm saying? So let's talk about, and I heard through the grapevine that you have not one, but two outstanding sons getting ready to make some noise in football.
Yeah,
three?
You got three outstanding.
Let me just fall back and figure it out. Holla at me, fam. Let me know what's good. Talk to us, E, about it.
My youngest two, man. They both gonna be at Colorado State, man. It's a blessing to get them, not just in college, but at the same spot, doing what they love to do. So my oldest son, he's up there still in Kalamazoo doing his culinary thing at Valley. So
okay,
he's doing that, and actually he'll be down here soon too in June. But yeah, my two boys, man, they be at Colorado State, man. It's both playing DB. So it's unexplainable, man.
You gotta let everybody know, like that means he got to play Dion's team twice, at least twice a year.
They play once. They play everybody once a year, so they'll see him game 3.
Sorry,
see him game 3. You thinking basketball?
I am thinking basketball. I forgot football. They don't have that much. They got one good shot. Yeah, you're right. But they played really tough last year. They played them really tough last year.
They did, man.
That was an amazing game.
Year as a freshman.
It
was.
That was an amazing game because at that time, Colorado was trying to keep their national relevance. And Colorado State was like, I don't care if y'all new kids in the block, this rivalry right here is real.
It's personal. Right. It's personal.
And that game was crazy.
That was a great game.
Yeah, just one game you're gonna play tough. It's always that in-state rivalry. So it was good. Man. They did put on the show. So it was well.
Talk about the progression for your children. Getting to that point. Of where did going to high school, being recruited. How did they get to Colorado State? Because that's like not a normal. Shouts up to the Rams, man. Because you know what? To be honest, the Rams was the first school to ever send me a college letter for track. So shouts up to the Colorado State Rams. Real talk right there. So how did they get to that process?
Just grinding, man. Just talking to the kids, talking to my boys. Just what you want to do, what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? They grew up watching me play arena football. They knew what it was about. They knew what it was going to take. I knew what it was going to take. So it was, you know, I was just happy and blessed to be in that position to be able to guide them, you know, from their youth all the way till now, you know. So it's been fun, man. It's been fun. You have your challenges, but you live, you learn, and you know you just keep moving forward. So we started off when I first moved out here in 2013. We started off playing Pop Warner. So actually, with this team, I don't think they told me they didn't win a game in the last 2 or 3 years, and then we ended up like 2-3 games away from Disney World. You know, so for them, man, wherever they went, they made noise. Wherever they went, they improved the situation of that program. So then they actually had the opportunity to play with the Outlaws on Friday Night Tights. So that was a good thing for them, man.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen him catch a touchdown on Dion's team. Jalen caught the touchdown on Friday Night Tights on he caught it on Deion Sanders' team, right?
No, that was high school when 10th grade. Dion, that's when he was at what is that, Trinity up there in Dallas. But that was Austin, and I mean every other team that's around here.
Right.
He was out here killing. On
They
that
got
Friday night
authentic ball skills. Authentic ball skills is what they got going on for real.
Yeah, he a dog. And he around 6'4". You know, they try to tweak his 2 inches, but he about 6'4", man.
But you guys want to know what though? You want to know what though? We expect that because you know what? That's they from the zoo.
He got that zoo in him. That's right.
From the zoo, fam. Yeah.
Hey, he just got a tattoo too, man. It say 269 made, 210 raised. So he
come on now. Come on, man. You know what? The cool thing about us, man, that we're all pioneers. When we get a chance to leave Kalamazoo, no matter where we settle, you know, we got a Texas group of pioneers from Kalamazoo. We got an Atlanta group of pioneers that, you know, from Kalamazoo. We got a Cali, Florida group, the New York group, you know what I'm saying? Jersey, Chicago. But we all do have these sections where we have, you know, taken off and done things. And now you have straight represented the San Antonio chapter, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes,
so we at halftime now.
Yeah, halftime.
Yeah, we're at halftime. We halfway there. So I got a question for you. So when it all boiled down to it, you know, I was paying attention to everything what's going on when he was playing. But I always thought that, you know, when we had talked, you was like he had signed with a UTSA. And well, I was just trying to figure out what's the reason why he didn't get a chance to go there, and what's the reason why you changed his commit and y'all went another direction. Is because the school it started tripping, or what happened?
Well, you can say they started tripping, but they wanted to. It was the last minute. I want to say his senior year, right after the season or something. They wanted to gray shirt him, which would be technically you're not on scholarship, you know, so you got to come out of pocket. So they pulled his scholarship because he was actually committed to them since his sophomore year. So after that, you know, everything opened up. I think Colorado State, who else jumped in the mix? Tennessee State, and who else was it? Texas State. It was about 4 or 5 other schools that jumped in the mix. So on the flip side, it was, you know, Coach Novell, the head coach, you know, was steady calling, and we went up there for a visit and everything, and so it was a good fit. It was a good fit up there. They had a plan for him. So it was, you know, once we scratched UTSA, it was Colorado it is, you know. So we didn't want
that was smooth. That was smooth how you did that. That was nice how you did that because it wasn't like you was all over the place. You knew what you wanted to do, you know.
Yeah, you can't be. We can't be nowadays because at the same time, the way that things are changing, especially in college football, portal, you know, people moving around at will, you know, and playing that year, they, you know, like we used to have to sit out. You know, you don't have to sit out no more.
What about
you know,
what about the NIL deal?
That's hurt the high school kids.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you up. I was kind of wondering, like, now that you have a son, and you were talking about the differences in college and the portal changes, I was going to add on, what do you think about the NIL deals now? Because we can get paid for our likeness and our and jerseys and things like that.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about all of those different things that are opportunities now for your sons?
Oh man, I always been for that, man. I always been for that. Shoot, we was getting little envelopes when we was there. We wasn't supposed to be getting, but at the same time, it was well deserved. It was well earned anyway. But now they can do the things, legitly, and he's taking full advantage of it. So I like that for all these athletes. I like that for all these college athletes to be able to take advantage of their name, their image, and their likeness.
Absolutely. Yeah. So and we saying that because it's not just regional, it's not just local, it's national. You know what I'm saying? So the more times and the more growth that it's so basically young athletes now can make a fortune in college. If they market themselves the right way, they got a couple of sweet games, they got themselves a videographer that can edit real sweet and and push that narrative. But it's a whole new ball game, like you said, man. And it's interesting to hear from a parent's perspective because you trained your children, you know, and we know that
Yeah.
KZoo training. We know where it is. We know that you got it not just from talking, you was about it, and you went and did it and you got the opportunity to give back and coach, you know what I'm saying, which is absolutely outstanding. But then the best part about that, fam, is when your own seeds go ahead and follow in your footsteps and they do it.
That's dope.
Talk about how that good. Talk about how that feels as a parent, honestly.
It's good, man. Because like I said, it was more so something they wanted to do, because they seen me doing it. It wasn't too much force. Because for me, they did basketball. They did, Doug would tell you we was traveling all over for basketball. At first I thought he was gonna be a hooper. So
Yeah, he
my
was
thing
jumping
was
over
always,
people's head, running and dunking.
Right.
Yeah, the boy cold.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Like the joy that you must have, what I'm saying, to watch your children do some of the same things that you did on the court and the field, and then watch them do it in a parallel life somewhere else. Just kind of reflections of seeing the same thing, and those are the type of things I'm wondering about. How the proudness. How do you feel about that, and where they're going now, and then tying that in with the NIL and how you're going to market those type of things.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm just very proud. They understood the assignment. Grades. Be that student athlete. Love everybody type deal. So that they both are pretty much a spitting image of me, but just more knowledgeable. More knowledgeable. And as far as them, going to the same school and then going to that next level. Like I said, it was just a hard work, man. It was just a hard work. They knew the work they had to put in. Like I said, it helped tremendously that I was here.
I know that's right.
Right, tell the truth, man.
Yeah, I mean, so that was a big thing. They loved it. I think they enjoyed every minute of it. As far as me just trying to expose them to the right things and the right people.
Right.
That has the same mindset that that they're on. That they want to get to.
Absolutely, man. And I speak things in the fruit, into the future, man, because I know we both know how great of a person that you are, and we're really happy for you and your children. So that's a salute right there on what they're doing. And I was throwing it out there because, yeah, man, it's a whole different ballgame now, and they can't help but to be successful because you already led the way of being successful, and I keep showing them how to be successful even after the career goes on. So, you know what I'm saying? So like, I think that this is a great time for you and your family, you know what I mean? Because they have a couple more years, even in college, but those things can all just come and manifest more and more and more. And then being the fact that they're in that conference with Dion and they get to have that game, that's just gonna and then are they gonna be teammates as well? They're going to be teammates as well?
Yeah,
my,
the son?
my boy,
Yes.
yeah, my boy. Yeah, they're gonna be teammates, man. Yep.
So I mean, that's even outstanding on who in college football are brothers on the same team.
You
Not a
got a
lot.
few.
It's
You
not a
got a
lot.
few, and they add to the list.
Yeah, they add to the list. So
They
hopefully
add
they
to,
might be the first set of brothers at Colorado State. You know, you never know. You never know. I got
Right. Maybe even
I'm looking up on that.
from the seeds from Kalamazoo, man. But look, we definitely want to thank you so much on that end and just say, hey, we proud of you. You know, keep balling. We can't keep wait to see the season. You know what I'm saying? We thank them for being great student athletes and role models, you know, like yourself, man, and what you're doing. So like fam, let's talk about how you got into teaching, man. Cause like I'm into coaching and working with the children still. And I think it's a fabulous thing, man. Talk about what your impact is for you at your school and then talk about what you do.
big
Yeah,
time
you know, the love came from back at the crib, man. You know, just seeing how, some, you know, seeing how Steve Dunn impact the community, seeing how, the Ollies impact the community, just like
O'Neill's, yeah.
in the,
Shout to Dub.
you
Shouts
know,
out to
so that was right up my alley, man. Those are the people that kind of, I was raised around and things like that, and so it was just already installed in me at a young age. So as I got older and the football and everything else was just kind of winding down. It was like, okay, so what's next, or what you want to do, from here on out. So, but like I said, even when I was playing arena ball back in Michigan, I was coaching at Kalamazoo Central. I was coaching at Galesburg.
Right.
Teaching in Kansas City and all over the place. So I always stayed in the education field. Just like I said, it was just installed in me to be able to give back and help these young people grow in a positive way. So.
Well, we thank you and we salute you, King, for what you're doing, fam. And you know what? It's always good to see, great people make it. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. And shouts out to the Ollies, man, because they definitely, man, Mike Williams and the Douglas. Man, wait, first of all, shouts up to the Douglas Community Association.
There's been a lot of people that came through there, man.
If you don't,
a lot of people came through there.
You know what I'm saying? In Kalamazoo, all of us came through there.
Yeah, I was the first.
I mean,
first employee and all that. I've been there. When they was building, I came over. We was in there playing basketball.
I worked there, man. Shout out to Dub Scout, man. We all were. You know what? That's one of the great privileges about being the Douglas. If you was a great athlete and you had a really great personality and you got lucky to be really cool with Mike or Dub, and you was in there, you was in there. You know what I'm saying? And it was a wonderful experience because we all love working for the Douglas. I put that on my resume.
It was a safe house, man, because until it started getting a little bit different. But at the beginning point,
I'll tell you. Every great athlete that has came out of Kalamazoo has been to Douglas.
That's exactly right.
That's for real. And then shouts out to O'Neill and the Ollies, because O'Neill was to open that gym up. O'Neill used to open that gym up, man. O'Neill used to open that gym up, and he didn't hesitate about.
Every great athlete.
If you don't talk about a Douglas,
if you know what, it's almost like it needs its own documentary, the Douglas, because
it almost is, man.
I mean, I love the Douglas so much, man. They let me have my wedding reception there.
I mean, you got to think, man. The Douglas, man. We had some good mentors. H-Bomb was a mug, man. You learned a lot from H-Bomb, huh, E?
Yeah, man.
Man, H-Bomb used to shoot them boys from deep. He used to be the janitor at the Douglas, clean that boy up. He used to have the windows looking nice, the backboard. Man.
It was a certain amount of care because, ladies and gentlemen, to the world that don't understand this affection that we have for this building was not the biggest building in the world. You would walk into
air conditioning in the gym.
No air. You would walk into this hot gym. It's like walking into a furnace.
and it's the middle of the summer, and we had to forget, the NBA boys running out. We had to get out there and clean the floor because it was sweat and all the kids running, and we in there going 100 miles an hour, jumping out the gym, shooting out the gym, and it was just one level after the next level, and it didn't stop because I played. Now we come out. Dub and I are 89, 90. What year did you graduate, fam?
Maybe later.
99. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to say that what I'm saying is,
99. Yeah, I was
that.
a 99.
But yet we all had that same YBL experience.
Oh man.
Oh
And
yeah.
so one thing about Kalamazoo,
Shouts out to Wall Hog.
I want to commend Kalamazoo. I want to thank all the early leaders, and shouts out to y'all. Tip my hat to all of the leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to Lindsey Bell. He lost his wife yesterday, Lorianne Bell. So shouts out to Lindsey.
And shouts out to the current leaders in the town doing things. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Ellis and a lot of people, no matter what side, if you're at the YMCA, if you're down there with the senior center, if you're down there with the Douglas right now, Jonathan, I mean, we're all paying attention. If you're down there working with the Black Arts Festival, Kim, keeping people in shape, we do still have that fabric of care. But one of the main things that affects all of us, that we even get to teach to our children, was the effect of that Douglas Community Association, whether it was competition, whether it was gathering, whether it was cultural, we all got together. So it was really special. So, forever and forever, they'll know that we all respect and love the Douglas community, the Frederick Douglass Community Association.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all benefit from it. Even to your, I mean, it just don't stop, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the YBL taught us. I wish that every urban community could have that YBL program.
No, but we had some good programs. We had the men's
or the Little League program that Kalamazoo had. Think about that.
Baseball left early though. They took the baseball away from us early because
man.
That's what we missed in the baseball aspect of it. Because BB, his mom, Matt Martin, his mama was the baseball coach, so she was making sure all the baseball stuff. And Alex Walker back in the day, I was raised by them, and we had good teams back in the day, but they took the baseball out of the community. They kind of messed everything up because people that really play baseball have to go elsewhere.
Yeah, and then everybody had to go to different leagues.
I was around my era when that baseball was coming tough, man. We had the Sarkozy, St. Louis. We had a lot of small businesses that was sponsoring the teams. So yeah, baseball was tough, man. That Northside Little League was tough,
Yeah, I got the shirt on the North Side. I know it meant something to play for the North Side back then. You know what I'm saying? Cal Winfield was the pitcher too. We went all the way to the championship and we lost. We only lost one game the whole season, but just to have that unity and we played baseball was good. And the fact that you had good people in the community that was doing stuff, you don't really got that no more right now. It don't look like that right.
Yeah.
I remember when I was over at Eastwood Little League, and shouts out to my nephew Little Hendricks starting T-ball over there at Eastwood this week. They started a little T-ball, so that circle comes. But I had Dr. Truss. I don't know if y'all remember him. Dr. Truss was there a long time ago with the Eastwood Little League instead of the Miggins family and things like that, man. But the main thing about us gentlemen, man, is like we all have given gratitude to a lot of people that came before us, and they helped us, and we appreciated it, and we didn't let them down, And I'm very proud of you, fam. You know what I'm saying? I thank you so much what you do with the children right now, and you have been. I'm glad that you're rocking in San Antonio. Things is doing great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also glad. I'm also terrifically glad for your children. I'm proud of you. You should be very, very happy to have three scholar athletes, doing their thing. Because you got another one coming on up to the race too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna step aside, man, and I know that B-Dub has definitely got a special place for you in his heart, and he wanted to tell you some of those things too.
No doubt.
Definitely wanted to give give you a shout out, E. You know, you was one of my thoroughbreds. You always we're in the third quarter with 2 minutes left. He always came through, man. He was always a hard worker. I just wanted to see him shine because I knew his talent was way, way higher than other people kids were. So if I'd have got a hold of him earlier, I think he'd be probably just panning out in the league right now because he was a hell of a worker when it came on the football field. I was a member of that Prop 48 thing too, so I had to go through that situation as well. But overall, man, I just like to give you a flower because I see what you're doing with your sons, and they doing very well. You know, you done came down to H-Town and the basketball, all the work and ethic that you put in that I couldn't even do with my own. You know what I'm saying? So I see that, recognize that, and the time and effort. You can't get that time back. So all that time that you put in is starting to get rewarded for it now because I see it panning out. You know what I'm saying? That's including, you know, when your son needed gloves and all that. You know, it wasn't no thing. Whatever I had, they can get. You know what I'm saying? Football cleats or whatever. But I really, really appreciate you. You came up through a hard era, you know, TJ and JC and all the guys that came up. You took my advice. You went out to the West Coast. It wasn't even a hesitation. You know what I'm saying? And you went out there to try to strive and get your stuff together. And also, you know, you was a part of me helping. You know, without you, I couldn't come up. You know what I mean? So thank you for letting me be a part of your life, getting you, you know, helping you get to the point where you are. And you remember the Dash 10 concept because, you know, he wore number 10 that's central to it as well as I did, just to get that out there. You know, he didn't participate. He came to my house out on the lake. You know, I had the crib on the lake with the boats and shit. He came out there and supported me, was always around. So he been there. Ain't never left nowhere. So I appreciate EG for just being who you are, big dog, and your kids. So really appreciate it. So we couldn't have the show without you being on here, man, because, you know, and I'm talking about when they came through the pipeline, we had, you know, we put you through the pipeline, Mike Dyson, you know, we had, you know, Mike Dyson, I ain't gonna say nothing, get on here and say nothing bad about him, but he was a hell of an athlete. He just didn't have his head straight, you know. He didn't have that dog in him like that North Side, you know.
The zoo got some athletes, man. It's just a matter of us exposing them the right way.
Yeah.
And things like that, man. We get complacent, I think, as a community to just what we're doing within the area, knowing it's a whole world out here that we're trying to conquer. So that's the biggest thing, man. And I think, you know, it's a matter of time and the right people, when they start listening to, as far as with these young athletes, they'll be able to get exposed and get to where they're trying to get to.
So tell us about your company that you got from overseas, you know, where you be getting the kids from Copenhagen and overseas to come into the States and get housing and everything for them, your new business that you got started, that you got going on, where you bringing kids from, you know, out of the country into here to be able to play football here.
Okay, so yeah, so it's in the making. It's coming. We already have a few kids come through. They're coming from Sweden and all over overseas. So the way it's working right now is just kids that just want to play in the United States. You know, there's nothing like playing football over here.
Now, do you put the housing up for the kids when they come?
Yes, that's all in the making, man. That's as far as the housing, and then just working out the whole plan. If it's a 2-year plan, 1-year plan, with the families. So then just finding the right school for them. Previously, when all this started, I was in private school. So now I'm in a public school right now. So, but it's not going to change too much as far as what we want to do.
Right. So, what are your goals coming up for the next year coming up? What is your plans with your endeavors that you got going on?
Right now, man, like I said, I actually took this year off coaching so I can move around and go check out. Like I said, my youngest son, his senior year of high school, and then my middle child, he was, of course, at Colorado State, you know, getting playing time. So I went to about 3 or 4 of their games. But on the future going forward, I'm just, you know, the plan for me would be just to figure out where I'm gonna be at as far as coaching wise. Definitely got to get back into coaching. You know, that's my love. And then from there, man, just go from there. Definitely welcome kids in. Like you said, we got the overseas thing going. So they'll reach out to me. If they like what I'm doing, like where I'm at, they'll come. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. You want to get shouts out to anybody? I said we got about 5 minutes left. You want to shouts out to anybody?
Hey, shout out to my boys. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Rocking the show.
That's a nice shirt. I got to get
Shout
one
out
of
to
them.
Jay.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Lil E. Shout out to the whole north side, south, east, west.
Shouts out to Ghetto Fab.
Man, sorry about that, fam. Man, technology is crazy.
Hey, you got to give a shout out to Ghetto Fab.
Shout out, man. Much love to Ghetto Fab. That was the era. I'm gonna leave it at that. That was an era you had to be there, man.
Yeah, the Ghetto Fab, them boys were no punk boy. They used to come through and run the men's league crazy. Couldn't stop them young boys. Yeah, man. Shouts out though, man. So E came through the pipeline, man. It was good to get him to come through the pipeline, but the boy was a hell of a ball player. He definitely repped the zoo wherever he went, man.
Yes,
he was hard.
We definitely up in there in the all-around athletes, all sports, represent all sports. Wasn't just one, you know what I'm saying? Just all of them. Track, basketball, football, baseball.
He'll dunk on you. He'll dunk on you.
Whatever it is, we was.
Pickleball, what you want to do, man? What you want to do?
Just give us the rock. Just give us the rock and get out the way.
Shout out to all the good ones in the hood, though. Shouts out to Puka, man. Know he doing his thing. Miss Pook, daddy.
Yeah.
But shouts out to Puka. Shouts out to Ty Lewis. Oh, yeah, and his son playing at University of Cincinnati this year. So we get to see Sincere get his game on. So shouts out to Sincere out there at UC. And I'll be checking him out this year, too. So we got a gang of mugs that their kids is like, they ballers,
Yeah, like isn't it funny? Like, it's like this is almost for us, this would be third level. Watching the third level kids, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't see the shorties we didn't coach. Now we didn't watch them come on, eating them, they coaching TJ them, leave. And now their seeds are coming. Hey, let me tell you something else that y'all probably didn't know. And shouts up to Jeff Wilson, who was originally from Kalamazoo, old school player. He was one of those old school neighborhood.
Yeah, you froze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he was having technical difficulties.
Yeah, so yeah, E, man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm glad you've been doing what you've been doing as far as, taking care of your kids and getting them right. They got them at a good school, man. You need to pat yourself on the back, bro. You was there.
Yeah.
And you've been there and you ain't going nowhere, And it's just special to see you doing your thing. Mom's is one of your biggest fans, my mom. You know what I'm saying? She love the kids. She always asks about you, man. So thanks a lot, man, for being a part of the family, man, and doing your thing, man.
Definitely, man.
Every time I come through, I come through and holler at y'all. Yes, sir.
Already.
Well,
yeah, that boy put you up under the chimney too. Hey, Mike Mitch, that boy put you up under the chimney though. Straight up.
Man.
Got to get him some of that napalm.
Well, look. Let's bring it in. We in the Bay. When you come back to Cali, you said you just was in California, man. So what part of California do you love, man? Tell us about what you love about California.
I just like the scenery, man. The beaches. Me and my son went out there. I took him to my tattoo guy. Shout out to Dino, Lifestyle Tattoos out there in Carson. So we went out there, just hung out, man. Just caught up and just talked about life and just one of the things. Hey, let's get together and you want a tattoo? So hey, I got a guy for you. So
Yeah.
But Venice Beach, Redondo Beach, you know,
Yeah.
all the beaches is just it's a spot to
Oh, yeah,
just
he
hang
know
out,
about
clear your
Redondo.
head, and
So you
you know,
lived
just
out there.
different
You
things.
lived out there in that running back
Different
time.
things.
So yeah. So you got a chance to get, you know, really deep with LA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
LA's
yeah,
really small though. It's really small when you live out there. You know, it's small because you be like knowing everywhere to go.
as soon
Yeah,
as he got,
I
as soon as
mean,
he
but the
got to
county
California,
itself is big.
The town is
That's the thing.
ridiculous big. The town
Yeah,
is crazy
the
big,
county
crazy
itself
big.
is so yeah.
And that traffic ain't no joke either.
Oh man,
oh, I hated that.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
LA is one of those unique places in the space out here in Cali or just in the world that is just like you love to hate. You dig it, you love it, you hate it. You love to hate it.
I called EG up one morning and said, "Hey man, you got to pack your shit. We're going to Cali." He said, "Cali?" Sound like Biggie. Cali.
What's out
Cali.
there?
Yeah, we're going to Cali. Yeah, we out of here, baby. Gotta get this money, baby.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad that I'm glad that you are back. Like the Upset fam. I'm glad that you're back on the show. Sorry for my disappearance. I don't know why I'm on this show of all days. You know what I'm saying? They want to do that, but we really glad that you came in to be a part of us and get all the shouts out. And we really thankful for what you do and what you're doing and with your continued success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shouts out to Greg Jennings too.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Speaking of that, we always do this, man. We always ask if you could recommend somebody and say, hey, man, I want you call them up, him or her, whoever. Who would you recommend to be a guest on the show? A good guest for us on the show.
Yeah, of course, if you ain't had man on here yet, Greg Jennings, you know, definitely get him on here. He was in the middle of it all too, you know. He was, that was my right hand man right there. So he was in the middle of it all.
Shouts up to Greg,
right
man.
there on the north side.
And Greg and his family, everybody. Corey, all
Yeah,
of it.
Greg, you hear us, man? Come on the show, big baby.
Yeah, man. Greg, come on through, fam. We love to have it.
Yeah, you from Harding Place. Don't play.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't let me pull out these beginning notes. We got beginning notes. We got people's names written down, fam. Yours was one of them. Look, we ain't kidding. We ain't lying. We done. We telling no cap. What the kids say? No cap.
No cap. No cap. So yep. So we did good. We got 5 minutes left, man. I think it's just freelance, man. I'm glad to have him on here doing this thing.
Yeah.
You remember the ball head click. You know, we stay ball. You know, it don't matter. We stay cleaned up.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we from the zoo, baby.
You know what? Before
we'll
take advantage to tell us a little bit more about San Antonio. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about San Antonio and how it's been good to you.
Say that one more time, y'all breaking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, tell us about San Antonio and the town and how that's been good to you and how that's worked for you in your favor.
It's been good, man. Made some good connections. A lot of people around. Like I said, I'm not from here, so a lot of people just see the work I put in with my boys. You know, the first thing they say, "Oh, who's training them? Who's doing this with them?" I'm looking like me. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to coach 7-on-7 and get with a lot of good people around the area that have been coaching, and they have trusted me with, you know, running their programs, coaching their kids, bringing me kids to train. So I've been doing that a lot down here. So it's been real good for me, man. It's been real good, you know, just doing me, being me, you know, and just connecting with the right people that, like I said, they got the right mindset and similar mindset to what I'm trying to do for the kids. So
and that's absolutely fabulous, man.
Like I said, I wouldn't change.
What I was gonna say is that's absolutely fabulous, fam. And what I was gonna ask you is, what are I know I might be breaking up, but if you can hear me, I was asking like what is one of the most famous traits that you give to your coaches that you're coaching that you give to your kids from Kalamazoo? What is one of those Kalamazoo traits that you coach and you give to your children, your athletes? Oh, it looks like we lost. Oh no. Oh man. But man, maybe we'll be able to get back. We only had a couple more minutes, but hey.
Probably had to get going back. We'll have to just catch him next time on that one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we just wanted to give a shout out to Eric Gardner for coming on to the show today, man.
Thanks,
Thanks a
Eric,
lot,
brother,
E.
man. Thanks, E, for coming on the show, brother. There we go. We got you back. Perfect.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
We
I don't know
about to
what
do the
happened.
countdown, fam. We like we
It
back.
went out on.
Hey, but the final thing I was trying to say is like, which is perfect, man. Is like, give us one of those Kalamazoo traits that that we brought from home that you give to your athletes right now. What is one of those Kalamazoo traits that you give to your athletes right now?
You was breaking up. Did you what? Did you want the cameras or what?
Oh, I was like one of those Kalamazoo traits that we have that one of those, you know what I'm saying? One of those, what are one of the Kalamazoo traits or more that you give to your athletes? You know what I'm saying? That what do you bring back from home that you can give like, on a final thought? What do you give to your athletes and your children? What do you give? Oh man, that must be a high power question. There we go. That's
You there, E?
He's coming back. Here we go.
Come on back. There we go. It keeps jumping out.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you from the things that you take from the zoo that you give to the kids?
Thanks, Doug.
Well,
what are one of the things? What now?
Yeah, I said, what are one of the powerful things that you take from the zoo that you pass down to your kids as far as training that you learned from the zoo? What do you pass down to your kids?
Just the grind, man. Just the grind. You know, we came through a lot. We've seen a lot. And just don't let nothing discourage you. Whatever you want, it's out there for you to get. It's gonna be people that's for you that you may think that's not for you, and vice versa. There's some people that's not gonna be not for you that you may think that's for you. But it's just you live and you learn. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta
hard
keep
work
pushing.
and dedication.
So that's the mentality you gotta have. Being in the zoo. You gotta keep pushing.
That's right, baby.
No matter what you go through, no matter what it is, it's one of those things like in football. 24 hours, whatever happens, you got.
Hey man, that's what I'm talking about, fam. That was a great answer, man. You got to keep it going. We will let him. There we go. Welcome back, fam.
Keep jumping in out.
I know it's crazy today. You know what? You know what that means? You know what my dad would say? That's like the devil's all in the business trying to mess with the airway because he knows we saying some solid, godly stuff. That's real. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, well, thanks, man, for coming on, man.
Yeah, hey, show us the apparel one more time, man.
Yeah, the t-shirt. Yeah, show us the t-shirt one more time.
Show us the apparel again, fam. That mug is cold right there. I missed a little bit of that part. We'll have to get the link and something to send it in.
That's nice though. There you go.
Yeah, we try to see the apparel, man. Before we go, let's see the gear one more time, fam.
He wore number 20, Colorado State.
There we go. Check for him.
Oh yeah, that's a nice shot there, baby.
There. Check for him right there, Colorado State. Gardner is the last name. And we want to thank our guest right here, Mr. Eric Gardner, Eric B. Gardner, on the spot, all around great athlete, doing what he do. Jalen Gardner right there. There you go, number 20 on the shirt, on the apparel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fam, we don't want to go, but we got to get up out of here. We want to thank you for being a guest, man. We appreciate you, man. Dub, I'm from the zoo, man. Where you from, fam?
I'm from the zoo, baby. I'm from the zoo where all the animals stay. Tell them where you from.
I'm from the zoo, baby. True. Right from the zoo.
Yeah, but take us out, Kiki. I'm from the zoo.
From the zoo, baby.
We'll check out next time.
For the zoo, baby.
All right, E-Man. Hey, great season to you. Good luck to your season, man. Have a great season for the kids, man. For the children, man.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
I can't stress right now. stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. Can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right. Every time I walk, I'm an algorithm. Buddha cosmos with the street rhythm. Slide in a spaceship to the day. Everything we touch makes history. My vibe's so great, it's an energy. That's why you can't stress me. Now I'm a player with the highest degree. So let's connect and roll the family. You got the I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress right now. I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress, I can't stress. You got the Romeos and gorillas. I'm a CO who's the realest. I make the world flip like a Britney pick. Fam, just tell me what's your endeavor. I'm all about my cheddar. I'm the elephant who remembers. We north, south, we east, west, just champions forever. Play your connection. What do you need? Just give it to us. Got the best weed, got the best cars, houses and stars. All in the studios, drop the greatest bars. Yeah. I can't stress, I can't stress.